Good evening. My name is James Griley, and this is my visual research proposal presentation for ITI 664. First, an introduction. The nature of the study. English language learners are becoming increasingly more and more common. In California, where up to 26% of all student population is an English language learner, and every moment of their school time must be a valuable asset in their quest towards fluency. So, the purpose of the study is for the action practitioner research study to prove that physical education is a key component of the success of English language learners. That research is going to involve statistical analysis along with documenting and applying techniques and methodologies that have proven to be successful in the education of the English language learners, and then see how we can make those apply to physical education. I'm hoping that the significance of the study will lead to admin and teachers groups understanding the benefits of PE as it pertains to English language learners, and then allowing the proper education of the teachers to expedite the speed in which the ELLs are able to attain their fluency level goals. So my research question is, how does physical education contribute to developing ELL's proficiency in ESL? Chapter 2 is my literature review. So my literature review consisted of academic papers, well-known teacher blog and information sites, statistical analysis from government and quasi-government sources, and then we were able to take that information. We also had some non sequitur sources that we were able to look up and apply to the subject matter, even though it wasn't directly written for that subject matter. So that's been an interesting exercise, is getting that information that is applicable, even though it wasn't written with this question in mind. Chapter 3 is the methodology. So the purpose of the action practitioner study is to show that successful strategies are used by traditional academic teachers, such as history, science, English, math, and that they can be successful, and in many cases even more effective when performed in a physical education classroom setting. So information was also gathered through TK through 12. I didn't really put any grade level parameters on this, as the students are entering the school system with different levels of fluency at different ages, and I didn't want to exclude anyone. That, along with the limited information that was available, kind of dictated that if I wanted to get a true feeling of and scope of what was going on, that I needed to have a broad age range. Chapter 3, in conclusion, in regards to methodology, the data that I'm gathering is going to prove that the utilization of the strategies will help fluency advancement in ESL students. There are other reasons that I will also be able to show that the reasons that ESL students will excel in a physical education setting. Some of them are rather interesting, and I hope to be able to continue to do more research on this subject. Okay, so the research I have done will show findings that will allow for ELLs to progress through their fluency levels on a quicker basis if the physical education teachers can make sure to include the strategies in their lesson plan. Some of it does happen naturally, but it happens naturally to a C plus level, where if these strategies are put in place intentionally and used consistently, it can really become quite an effective tool. So additional research would be extremely beneficial. I believe there are other aspects of the PE class setting that are beneficial. One of those, uniforms, the consistency in the student's day in a PE class, those kinds of things can be extremely effective for helping their fluency development. So, what questions remain? Honestly, the biggest question I have, and if this can make a change, is are teachers going to make the changes that they need to? I know that a lot of physical education teachers don't look at their class as an academic class. They love the health and fitness aspect. They love the aspect of teaching people how to live a healthy lifestyle and build a love for sports, but they're not interested in helping to accelerate that fluency level, especially those guys that have been there for a long time and seen the ELL student percentage go from 1 to 2% 25 years ago, upwards of 30 or 40% at the schools they're teaching, just because of the cultural turnover in the neighborhoods that they teach in. So the purpose for my research was to find ways that I can support my English language learner students as well as they are being supported in their other classes, if not better. And the amount of time that a student has is extremely limited. So we need to really make sure that we're taking advantage of every minute of the day and helping them to adapt. So I look forward to any of your feedback, and thank you very much for listening.